Do it.
Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast, a weekly battle of wits, debating everything from horseshoes to hand grenades, all for the privilege to be called right. And now, your hosts, Bobo and Travis.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. I'm Bobo, as always, is Travis.
Hi, guys.
Coming to you live from a walkout basement in the middle of white trash America. See, I didn't forget the trash that time.
There it is. How's it going,
Because I
buddy?
almost did till the last second.
How you feeling?
Fucking like 80% at best.
All right. Well,
I tried going running yesterday, and I made it like a mile and a half, and I was just like, ugh. And then this morning, I think I had to cough and sneeze at the same time.
Okay.
And the result was literally like a bucket of phlegm.
I wish you would have shit yourself.
Dude, I might as well. I should have pulled the trifecta. I know.
If you didn't listen last week, Bobo was battling a bit of a head cold.
A little bit. Yeah, I'm mostly better. But this morning, it was pretty disgusting, man. Like, one tissue was not enough.
When you're jerking off?
Well, yeah, obviously.
Well, good. Well, let's jump right into it, shall we?
Yep.
We need to talk about the fantasy football or fantasy movie league.
Yeah, not football. We don't do that anymore.
No,
you don't.
I don't
do that anymore.
No way. But I'll tell you what, I am a little bit more invested into the fantasy movie league now that we have 8 different people playing. And so I still don't check during the weekends like you do. But when I got the email today, or when I looked at the email today, I was pretty heartbroken because I came in second. And then what hurt me even more is it's not that I came in second, it's that I tied with Andy for first place. And yet I came in second because I never do the tiebreaker. I saw it one time and I was like, a tiebreaker? For
it
what?
Takes a point. It takes a second to do,
dude. I forget about it. I usually I don't even scroll down that far, and I do you do it every week?
Yeah, of course.
I one time I just happened to notice it was down there. And I was like, huh, that's not useful. Well, apparently it is.
Well, you would have beaten Andy this week had you scrolled to the bottom
potentially. I guess so. But congratulations, Andy, for your win with an asterisk. You're basically the Mark McGuire of the fantasy movie.
No. There is no asterisk if you forget to do something. He put in the tiebreaker. If you both had not put it in, he won by default or something, then I would say asterisk. No. You just didn't do it.
I'm not sure that he put in the tiebreaker.
Yes, he did.
Are we sure?
Yes.
I need some confirmation of that. So, Andy, I need you to text me or whatever. I want to know, did you actually put in the tiebreaker?
Okay, so you want a screenshot of the tiebreaker.
No, I don't want a screenshot because I don't think that's a possibility. But I'll trust him if he tells me. I did.
Well, he did tell me.
Oh, he did. Okay. Oh, then
Yes.
Then okay. So then there is no asterisk. So there you are now just a regular shitty player of the fantasy movie league. You're
he also is. So you might not know this because you don't. Are you in our Fortnite chat?
Yes, I am.
On Facebook. Well, he's been talking shit about you there.
Edit that out. I don't want it to be known that we have a Fortnite chat and that I am in it. We are not 12 years old.
Edit that. Well, in the chat that shall not be named, for an unknown game of massive popularity,
right?
He is talking shit on you in it.
I saw it. I just don't ever respond. So because I saw in there that you were going to let me know on air. Well, I was the one who texted him and to tell him. He had no idea.
Oh,
so,
Andy.
Yeah. So because as soon as I texted him, I saw he put it up in our chat, and I was like, all right, well, okay, whatever. But
now I'd like to point out I only came in third place by $400,000, and I'm still in first place overall. So you guys for another week can still suck my dick from the back.
You're in first place now,
right? For 2 weeks in a row, and the reign of Bobo will continue.
But I have moved up to third place, I believe. So I've moved up to third place. Andy's moving up. So either
it's cute that you think you have a chance.
Oh, I definitely have a chance. Now,
fuck, you called my bluff.
I definitely have a chance. However, if I forget a week, like I normally do once a season, then I'm fucked. But yeah, I definitely have a chance. Actually, everybody but Andrews has a chance, and I feel bad for Andrews because I don't even know if it's a he or she, so I'll just say they skipped a week or the first week, so they've got a hell of a mountain to climb to get into first place. But maybe next season, we'll see.
And that's why we put more emphasis on the weekly than the overall because of that. Because obviously people are going to join at different times, and Andrews came in fourth this week, so good job, Andrews.
Right. Yeah.
Frank, on the other hand, filled out all 8 cinemas and still managed to get half the score of everybody else.
Yeah, how the hell did that happen? Wow.
He really fucked up.
Could he possibly? I know Frank's a frequent listener. I would like to know: could you possibly used up all of your money this week?
I don't know.
I'm wondering. Wait, did Frank? Hold on, I'm going back to the week before. That may be it. I don't think Frank played this week. I think maybe Frank forgot.
And it gave him the default cinema?
No, it's his picks from last week. So
Frank.
I think he forgot to play.
No, they weren't. No, they're not the same picks as last week because the Predator's not on it.
Yeah, it is. Predator. It moved in the league.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, I think that's what happened there. Anyways, we're getting
Frank, you fucking idiot.
Right. I mean, come on, buddy. Put the 5 minutes in. Well, I mean, I have no place to talk in this whatsoever. But come on,
that's true.
But so Andy came in first. I came in second. You came in a distant third. Andres came in fourth. Derp to Derp fifth. Big Red, Tim, then Frank. So keep it going. If you'd like to join, it's fantasymovieleague.com. The league is Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. The password in it is Travis Bobo, all lowercase, and you can still join up because I know that at least Bobo and I will be keep doing this throughout the next season as well. So you have a chance to practice this season and then beat us next season. Although that's not going to happen.
Good luck.
Good fucking luck. Anyways.
Good luck. All right, let's move on to something else. So we're over Greatest Hits Month.
Yes. Okay.
So thank you guys for participating, and the listenership in the last few months has actually really increased.
Yes.
So we're all grateful that you're spreading the word for Prestige Worldwide.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. And I have to kind of put I have a question from last week that I need to ask you, Bobo. So we like to pull back the curtain a little bit on this, and so every week I always do, I take care of the website and put up the pictures and all that kind of stuff and put up the poll on the website, and I always have to test it just to make sure it's working, whatever. And usually it counts the vote, so I always try to vote the way I would want to vote. And this week's our poll was which shitty Kickstarter would you like to fund?
Uh-huh.
It was really fucking difficult to put a vote in on this one. So I want to ask you this question, Bobo. Which Kickstarter would you like to fund? If you have to pick one of these, which one would you do? And if you don't remember, I can refresh your memory.
Well, I'm on the website and I just voted.
Okay.
For second belt.
For second belt would be it, huh?
Yes.
I think that's probably the most logical choice there. Because it's the only thing that's halfway useful. However, the bucket list, you do get a couple buckets. So. I
mean, that's true, but I don't trust anyone who can't Photoshop their heads on properly.
That seemed like that was that didn't take you nearly as long as it took me to figure out which one I would give my money to. Because they're all really stupid ideas. But
yes. But I think that the second belt I don't know. It's just the funniest to me.
Second belt. Hey, but if you haven't had a chance to get over there and vote, pwthepodcast.com, The polls are always open on all past episodes, so go back and vote if you're kind of coming late to the game.
Absolutely, the polls they stay up forever, so they can keep changing. You can keep voting for them.
Right. Yeah, they stay up forever, even when they get fucked up, and I have to redo every one of the goddamn polls, which happened.
That's probably never going to happen again this week.
God, I hope not.
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, so shall we move on to the topic for the week?
Yeah, so Travis and I tried to be proactive and schedule our topics in advance for like the next couple months, just to see if we get a little more organized. We're trying it out, trying to be more responsible and shit.
Right.
Until we didn't, so we did this a while ago. We had all Greatest Hits month planned out. We have all October planned out. I think we have stuff going into November already.
Right.
But we didn't actually read it until yesterday.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
So, sorry, but this week's episode is staff recommends or staff picks if you're lazy like I am and want to call it that.
Whichever one you want to call it, that's fine. I had an idea a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago, I guess it was, that I was kind of hyped on. To be honest, I was hyped on a couple new shows, and I wanted to share it with our audience because I think, we got some pretty good taste, at least I do, and they may like to check out the stuff that we like.
And I agree with this. I like this topic because, again, I feel like that if I like something, everybody should like it, and if you don't, you're fucking stupid.
Right,
so,
yes, exactly.
This is right in my wheelhouse in terms of topics I want to talk about every week.
just letting people know what they should be doing.
Whatever I think at that current point in time, everybody in the world should agree.
All right, well, let's get into it then. So we got a couple different topics here that.
Do you want to start with your inspiration? Do you want to start with the one that inspired it, like the TV shows you were thinking about when you thought of this topic?
Absolutely. Let's do that. So actually, I've got a couple different ones for this one. The one that I was thinking about when I came up with this idea was the show Barry, and I don't know. Do you know what this is, Bobo?
I've never even heard of this show.
Oh my god, you would love it. It's Bill Hader, and it's on HBO. It's Bill Hader. He is an assassin, and he's a contract killer. An assassin makes it sound a little too glamorous. But anyways, he has to go to LA to kill somebody, and he follows them into an acting class and decides he likes acting and he'd like to do both, kill and act.
Okay. Okay.
It's like an 8 episode. There's only one season out, so this was the first season. It's over, so you can binge watch it. It's Bill Hader is he kind of plays the straight guy, like the straight man of the comedy, the comedy world, and then everybody else is kind of ridiculous. And Henry Winkler's in it, the Fonz.
Okay.
He plays the acting coach. It's a really, really good show.
Okay. HBO makes quality stuff. I'll definitely. I've never heard. I love Bill Hader, so I'm going to be checking this out post haste.
Yeah, and it's funny enough that I think you'll get into it.
How have we not talked about this before?
I don't know, because I think I was kind of trying to save that from talking about it.
Okay.
But I've talked about it with some of our other friends with it. But yeah, it's a really good show. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it won some Emmys, which I don't know what.
Yeah, it won 2 of them, 2
Yeah.
Primetime Emmy Awards.
Yeah, so I don't know how much credence you give to that, but that's it. So
so much.
Just checking out those award shows. But,
absolutely.
I also have on my list the new Jack Ryan show on Amazon. I just finished it this past weekend, and it's fucking awesome.
Okay. So I've seen they've really been pumping that show. I've seen a lot of previews for it.
Yeah,
like all over the place, a lot of commercials for it, and it does look badass. I do plan on checking that out too.
It's a great action show. There's not a whole lot of comedy in it at all, but it is. I think it's really well done, and Jim's pretty much awesome in everything he does. So,
which is John Krasinski, you mean?
Yes, John. Yes, I know. John Krasinski.
Which is funny. You said there's not a lot of comedy in it, and it stars a guy who made his fame being a comedy actor.
Well, he did. There was that movie that he did about Benghazi, where he was
was that
13 hours?
13 hours or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. And he did pretty well in the movie. The movie was really, really badly written, but it was he did a good job at it.
Did it get? I thought that got good reviews though.
I can't imagine. It's not.
Oh no, it got mixed reviews. It's at 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, so not that great. Okay,
the dialogue's not great. It's a Michael Bay movie. So
Michael Bay, dude, that guy makes some. He gets worse and worse.
Yes, his explosions are still great. His dialogue is maybe it was never okay, but it's gotten worse.
I mean, honestly, like he gets worse and worse.
Yep. Yes, he does.
I mean, the best movie he ever made was the first one he ever made, Bad Boys.
Bad Boys is good. Hey, The Rock was pretty good.
Right, which is the second movie he made.
Right. Yeah. So.
And then it goes drastically downhill from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Although Bad Boys 2 was better than Bad Boys. With that.
You think Bad Boys 2 is better than Bad Boys?
Oh, absolutely.
Really?
Oh, no hesitation. That's probably that. Yes. Maybe the best sequel ever made.
Ooh, that's a bold statement. You know what, though? I do agree. It is a great sequel. It's one of those sequels that you could argue is better than the original.
Right.
I'm not sure I like it better than the original, but I would agree that's one of the ones you could put in the conversation.
It's hard. Yes, it's hard to argue against. And that's all I'll take. Yeah,
wow,
that's fine.
That's a bold. That's not what talk. We do talk about that from time to time. The best sequels ever made.
Yeah.
You forget about Bad Boys 2.
That is true. So, and if any of our listeners out there want to dispute me, let me know what your list is.
747 bang, or just hit us up, PW the Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Find us.
Yep.
Tell Travis he's wrong.
I have one more I have two more TV shows, but one that I really need to talk to you about because I'm not sure. I'm not sure that you watched it or not. Have you watched Brockmire at all?
So, no, but I know what it is because I listened to a lot of the Dan Le Batard show.
Okay.
And they've got the voice actor Hank Azaria.
Yep. Is
like a friend of the show for them.
Oh, okay.
So they talk about it a lot. They've had Hank on the show before, so I'm familiar with the show.
It's fantastic, and it's worth it. It's on IFC, so it's kind of hard to find. And actually, IFC kind of pissed me off because I was trying to catch up like on demand, and all of a sudden I had to pay for the last 2 episodes.
Oh.
Yeah, I will say that I found a way to watch them that may or may not be less than legal, but I finished out the second series and the second season. It is a great show, and this is one of the ones that I fear not a lot of people are watching. So we'll see.
No, it's not. It's gotten much more popular since Le Batard's been pushing it. Actually,
is that right? Okay, good for them.
Yeah. Because that's the biggest talk radio show in America now, is Dan Le Batard show, and he talks about it a lot. So it's gotten popular because of that, actually.
Well, you should be watching it then.
Here's the thing, I do want to check it out. There's just a lot of shows, and you know me, I don't watch a lot of TV.
Yeah, that's true. I do. So
well, there you go.
No, I mean, I don't have a problem getting through these shows at all. So for me. I get sucked into them pretty quickly, and then I have usually Sundays are for binging, and that's that's how we get through a lot of our TV. In our
you
house.
do like your Sundays, I know that.
Oh yes, we do.
Yeah, you really like your Sundays. And see, the thing is, I don't watch that much TV, and half the TV I do watch, I just rewatch Trailer Park Boys over and over again. Preparing for that quiz that we're gonna have with Uncle Hare at some point.
Don't you feel like you're missing out on something? Like
no.
You don't feel like there's something that could be just as good as Trailer Park Boys out there, or maybe even better. I don't know how that's
I do
possible,
watch other shows, which we'll talk about in a second after you're done with your recommendations. I do watch other shows. It's not like I only watch Trailer Park Boys.
Okay. All right.
But Trailer Park Boys, the episodes are 20 minutes long. You know, it's easy to catch an episode every day.
All right. Well.
And it's so fucking funny. Now that's not one of my staff picks though, because the new seasons are garbage.
You're not watching any of the new seasons?
Oh, they're terrible.
Okay.
No one that make this quick. If you want to watch Trailer Park Boys, do not watch the news after the creator left the show.
Gotcha.
After Mike Clattenburg leaves after season 7, it's not the same show anymore. Like, it's completely different.
Oh. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so that's one of my things. But what's
last,
your last show you want to recommend?
The last one I have on my list is the comedy special by Hannah Gadsby called Nanette. And it's on Netflix. And I'm just going to put this out there because there's no way of recommending this without sounding a little bit douchey. But I go watch it. I'm going to say she basically quits comedy halfway through her set. And it becomes more of an inspirational speech. So I think it's worth watching. I think everybody should probably listen to what she has to say. And I was kind of floored whenever I watched this. So go check it out if you want. If it gets a bit serious there on the back end, but I thought it was fantastic.
Okay, so a little curveball there in that, huh?
It is. I knew what was going to happen going into it, but it didn't diminish it at all. I was very intrigued with what she had to say and her point of view.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what TV shows do you have to recommend?
All right. Well, the first one I think we've talked about before on the show, but I have to talk about it one more time in case you forgot. Cobra Kai.
Oh, that's a good one.
If you have not, so Cobra Kai is like a continuation of the Karate Kid movies from the 80s, but it's better than all the movies ever made. It's a fantastic TV show, and everyone should check it out.
Yep, I agree. I forgot about this one to put on my list. However, if I would have remembered, I figured you would have said something, but it is fantastic.
I think we've talked about it, so I'm not going to harp on it over and over again. I'm just like it's going to hit you in so many ways. It's very complex for a TV show. There's a lot of three-dimensional people in it, and it is a lot of real-life acting, not a lot of like cliches and things that you know what I mean.
Right.
It's so well written. I really enjoyed the show. So everyone should check out Cobra Kai. I think it's on YouTube Red.
It is, and if you don't have it, you can sign up for a free trial and
watch it for the first month and cancel your membership, which is what I did.
Yeah. I think I even got like 3 months to watch of my free trial, so you just go.
It might have been. I canceled it like the next day after I finished binge watching the show.
Yeah, it doesn't take very long at all.
No, it doesn't. You can breeze through it. It's 10 episodes. Anyway, so that's the first one. The next one is the one that I'm just finishing up, and the new season comes out very shortly. Is The Man in the High Castle.
Oh, okay.
And that's on Amazon Prime now. Travis, who knows me, and most people that do know me, know that if it's not funny, I typically don't give a shit about it.
Yep.
The Man in the High Castle is one of the exceptions that proves that rule, because it is not funny at all.
I'll be honest with you. So I'm caught up on this. I have watched, and I think season 3 or 4 is coming out soon. But
season 3 is coming out like in a week and a half or so.
Okay, yeah. And so I'm caught up on it, but of all the shows that I've watched, this would have been the last one that I would have recommended to you, Bobo, because I never thought you would have liked this. I'm surprised.
See, I can throw curveballs too. So people that know me, I watch many more movies than TV shows.
Okay.
So if I watch stuff like that, the reason I don't watch as many TV shows is I watch more movies probably than most people on average, I would say.
Okay. And
Man in the High Castle reminds me as a throwback to how movies were shot when it was like the Godfather era, because it's slower developing and it's very dramatic.
Okay, that's a great way of putting it, because that was kind of the other reason why I would have been hesitant, because it is kind of slow developing.
That does not bother me. Now, it will bother some people because I think the episodes are like an hour long or whatever, and it's not fast paced. Like, binge watching it is tough.
Yes, it is,
because it's so slow, and it's at points. If you start to watch 4 episodes in a row, it will probably feel slow at some point.
Right? Yeah, but it helps that you have characters to root for. You know.
Yes. So but it's very interesting, and again, it's another one of those media products that is developed from a book by Philip K. Dick,
right?
Who is probably one of the most underrated authors of all time. And he does not get a lot of credit for. He's produced a lot of works that were adapted into movies, and he's a very prolific movie creator, but none of those were made in his lifetime.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. See, I don't know.
It's very
much.
Interesting, yeah.
I don't know much
So the
about
first
him.
movie that was turned into a first book of his that was turned into a movie was Blade Runner, and he died before it came out.
Oh, okay.
But like, there's a bunch, like almost a dozen other properties of his that have been turned into movies since then. Like people find a lot of inspiration in his works.
Gotcha.
So,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of interesting because it's not a name you hear, but his name always based on the thing by Philip. I'm like, you see it all the time. A lot of good movies, a lot of good TV series were based on Philip K. Dick novels.
Oh yeah, I'm looking it up now. Like Blade Runner, Total Recall, Minority Report.
Adjustment Bureau, which is an underrated movie, by the way.
Yeah, yep. The Adjustment Bureau. There's he's got a lot that I'm pretty impressed that
you've probably never even heard of him as an author before.
Not before watching Man in the High Castle.
Right, because he's a science fiction author. That's why, and he was a recluse, and he had a lot of issues with drug abuse and schizophrenia. He was a very tortured individual.
Oh, okay.
So he died young, tragically, like most people. They burn out. So
I don't think he died young, did he?
53.
Oh, 53. Okay. Well, not like when I think of like authors or artistic types dying young, I'm thinking like 20s or 30s. But 53.
Well, I mean, he was middle aged. Like he died he had a stroke, but he did a lot of drugs when he was younger. So I think that had you know what I mean?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Affected his health when he was older. So.
All right. Well, that's okay. So you got any other ones?
So those are really the only two I wanted to recommend because again, I don't recommend New Trailer Park Boys, and I watch a lot of that.
Right.
And I want to recommend Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I have not seen the new season yet that's coming out. So
I haven't either. So
until then, can't recommend it. What am I gonna do?
All right.
It's not 2018, so
maybe we'll circle back around.
Yeah, we'll circle back around on that. So.
All right. So what category do you want to go to next?
Let's go to movies. Let's go right from TVs to movies.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's do all the entertainment. Let's just do it.
Why don't you go first?
I've got two.
Okay.
One, which I won't harp on again quickly, but we've talked about it at length, is Solo, a Star Wars story.
Right. Yes.
If you haven't seen it because you've read the press about it or the reviews and you think they're mixed, ignore everything you heard and go watch the fucking movie now. It's fucking awesome. It's one of the best Star Wars movies ever made. People that are talking shit on it don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're a bunch of fucking haters. Just knock them to the curb and go watch it and have a fucking great time.
I'm pretty sure, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's been certified fresh by Prestige Worldwide, the podcast.
You are absolutely correct.
All right. Okay, so that's your first one.
Yes. So the second one is, again, it's a novel that's turned into a book, and it's got a DeLorean in it.
Oh, little Ready Player One.
Ready Player One.
Okay.
It's a fucking fantastic movie. I don't think people realize. So, my friend over the summer brought over his VR computer and his whole setup and stuff.
Right.
And other than the suit and the treadmill they use in the movie, I think that movie has a chance to age very, very well because I think that's what the future of video games is. Oh, well, that's good. I have yet to see this. What?
I have yet to see. Well, I've yet to do anything in VR, but I have also yet to see the movie. So I'm a little bit in the dark.
You gotta
here,
check it out.
Yeah, is it out like on?
Oh
like,
yeah,
streaming?
It's been out on video since like July.
Oh okay, all right. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I've been meaning to. I just haven't seen it out. Yeah.
It's really. We should have a movie night.
Listen, I'm down for that.
All right, let's set it up.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Well, all
right.
So when thinking about this last night, when Bobo and I came up with these categories, I literally said to Mandy, I was like, "What fucking movies have we watched recently?" Because I can't remember a goddamn one of them. Like I was struck.
It's not Oscar season, so
it's not Oscar season. And the funny part about it is, and I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast, but I have switched lately, probably the past like 2 years maybe, from watching a ton of movies to watching a ton of different TV shows. TV right now is the golden age of TV. I think there is a lot of spectacular stuff that is being produced, and a lot of interesting and original stuff. Where I think movies, there are a lot of indie movies out there that are great, but we're getting a lot of recycled crap. But so I haven't been watching nearly as many movies. However, the one that I picked out to talk about was Baby Driver, because I know it kind of made a splash when it first came out in the theaters, because nobody expected it to do as well as it did. But I feel like it's gotten forgotten by then. It's an Edgar Wright movie who did Shaun of the Dead, Paul, Hot Fuzz, those type of movies, and it's a newer movie. Unfortunately, one of the stars is Kevin Spacey before all his shit went down. But it's an awesome movie. Have you watched it yet, Bobo?
I've seen it, and my biggest gripe about the movie, honestly, is the name. I think Baby Driver drives people away from watching the movie. I
can see that. I can see that. It's a weird, it's I don't want to say it's a weird movie, but it is, the dialogue and the pace of the movie is a little off kilter. But I think I was pretty impressed when I watched it.
I love it. I think it's a great movie. That's a good thing to put on the list.
Yeah. So that's mine. And if whenever I get to watch more movies, maybe I'll bring those up in a later podcast.
Funny, I bet you've seen all the superhero movies that have come out recently.
Not all of them. Let's see. I have not. I still haven't seen Black Panther. I did.
Oh, interesting.
I did go see Avengers because Mandy wanted to go see it, but I was all ready to skip that one. I haven't seen the new Deadpool yet.
Oh shit. Okay, I'll add that to the list of recommends. Deadpool 2 is funnier than Deadpool.
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance to check that out yet. But
yeah, add that to my list then. I'll put that on the recommend. I forgot about that movie. How fucking great! I mean, that goes without saying because the movie did so well,
right?
And it got such good reviews. I feel like people know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but if you haven't seen Deadpool 2, go. It's fucking great.
Right. Okay. All right. What are we gonna move on to next, Bobo?
Let's go to wildcard.
Okay.
Travis and I made a wildcard topic where we can recommend whatever the fuck we want.
Yes, and I'll be honest with you, I had something in mind right off the get-go, but I knew there was no way I could make this a category because you would not be well-versed in it.
Okay.
So my wild card is I am loving the cucumber revolution when it comes to liquors and alcoholic beverages.
The cucumber revolution?
Every once in a while there comes along a bit of a fad when it comes to alcohol. That's
true.
In the past with beer, it's been like sour beers, which I'm also a big fan of. But I'll tell you what, cucumber vodka is my best friend, and I don't know. I just love it. It's refreshing. It doesn't make you feel bloated like beer will. So just put it with a little seltzer, and you're good to go. But that's my wild card, little cucumber vodka.
So the other thing that's popping up in alcohol trends this year is alcoholic sparkling water.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm talking about Truly.
Yep. Yeah. And that's honestly, that's basically what I'm drinking, but it's not prepackaged.
Right.
Yeah. And it's Truly's. They're not terrible.
I actually like them. I think they're pretty good.
Yeah. And you don't feel, like I said, you don't feel as bloated as when you drink beer or, I like beer. I've always liked beer. So
yeah,
but
I have a confession about sparkling water. Sparkling water is making a big kick lately. All of a sudden,
is it? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
Apparently, LaCroix and stuff is very popular now.
Yeah, I don't get it. I'll be honest with you. The only reason why I say is because I know you've probably heard me talk about it, but I drink a lot of it. I drink a lot of seltzer or club soda. I still don't really know what the difference is between the two. But
is there a difference?
I think there is. I think there's sodium in one, and I think there's sodium in club soda and no sodium in seltzer. I think that is the only difference there. So I drink a lot of seltzer, but I get a lot of shit from our friends because I do it.
Really? Why do they give you shit for that? I don't. I drink seltzer water
because a lot of people think it's gross.
Oh, they're dumb.
And I agree. I agree wholeheartedly they're dumb. But I don't, so I pretty much replaced soda with seltzer. And
okay,
I'm never going back.
I mean, I don't drink soda. As we know, I gave it up a long time ago. I never really picked it up again.
Right.
Which is, I guess, good for me.
Yeah.
But, so the difference, Travis, is seltzer water is just basically carbonated water, and club soda has, like, mineral ingredients in it.
Okay.
Like potassium bicarbonate and potassium sulfate.
Gotcha.
There you go.
I drink the grocery store brand, bottom of the barrel seltzer, and that's good enough for me.
So I had always thought, though, that LaCroix was like the supermarket like bargain brand.
Yeah, no.
Because the packaging is so ugly and hideous. And the name is so dumb.
Yes.
Little did I know that's like the premium brand of it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And people were talking about LaCroix, and I'm like, are you guys fucking high?
Oh, dude, if you want to be pretentious as fuck, you drink that.
Yeah, I know, and I always assumed it was the reverse. I thought LaCroix was like, for poor people.
No.
So shows you how far off I was based on how their designs of their packaging. Their packaging designs are they look like a fucking fifth grader did them.
If you want to know the poor person's brand of seltzer water, you come look in my fridge, because that's what I'll have.
Choice.
Yes. Oh no, mine's grocery store brand. I don't even, I don't deal with that Sam's Choice or Walmart flavor.
Oh, okay.
That shit's too highbrow for me.
Shit's too.
So what is your wild card?
So my wild card I'm holding here in my hand. Oreo makes a chocolate peanut butter pie cookie. It's fucking great. So the whole cookie is different. It's not even an Oreo because the actual cookie itself is like a graham cracker flavor.
Okay.
It's not a regular Oreo cookie flavor, and the cream inside is chocolate and peanut butter. So it's literally an entirely different product. But it's fucking great.
So that's your wild card. Oreo chocolate peanut butter pie cookie.
Oh, dude, they're so fucking good.
That's awesome.
Yeah, everyone needs to go get some. Oreos are fast turning into the new M&Ms, and what I mean by that is M&Ms are the new flavored vodka, where they just keep making flavors and throwing them out there at random.
Yeah, they're just seeing what sticks.
Right, exactly. Well, I'm okay with that if you do it with Oreos.
Yeah, listen, I'm fine with that too. I love a good Oreo.
No, I do too. And these are the best, man. Chocolate peanut butter pie. Oh my god.
Are you eating one right now?
No, I was eating before you called me.
Oh, okay.
That'd be unprofessional, Travis.
It would be unprofessional unless you were doing the ASMR podcast, which we are not.
Oh, dude. I sense a sequel.
We have no more secrets to tell, so we will not be doing a sequel.
Listen, we'll do some bonus content. I'll just eat some Oreos.
We could do that. If people could probably take good 10 or 15 minutes of that.
Can you imagine the sound of me just licking the inside of an Oreo for like 5 minutes?
Oh, I almost threw up in my mouth.
Yeah, I know, right? God, it's going to be great. All right, let's move on to fads.
Fads, okay.
2018 fads, Travis. Best, least favorite, whatever you got. What do you got for us? What's your recommend for this year?
So this one was kind of I've got two of my least favorite. All right.
Okay.
Number one is high-waisted jeans for women.
Mom jeans.
God damn it, mom jeans are the fucking worst. Like, I don't understand why they wear them. You look like shit.
I think they look better than if they wear the low-cut jeans and they have a fucking fat fucking stomach.
I don't know about that, because with the mom jeans, you look like you have a fupa. No matter how skinny or fat you are, you look like you have a fupa. And they're just fucking disgusting. And I think that's all the time that deserves.
I agree.
So the other one that I have, and I'm going to have to clarify this one because this could be considered a hot take, is my least favorite fad of the recent years. I'll just put it that way. Is movie remakes with women cast as leads.
I can get on board with you with this, buddy.
And what I mean is the remakes of like Ghostbusters and Ocean's 8. These are fucking terrible. And
they're terrible ideas.
It's a terrible idea. I have nothing against women in as a lead actor in movies, but just come up with some original ideas. Because I'm not going to see
right. Whatever happened to, remember A League of Their Own?
Yes.
There you go. That's a great idea for a female led movie.
Yep. Yes, it was.
What happened to movies like that? Like original ideas with real plots and stuff, not just a rehashing of a plot made by men that now we want to turn into some feminist agenda.
Right, because guess what? I don't want to see them. Like, did you even know that there was an Overboard remake with the roles switched?
What?
Yeah, so Anna Faris did. I think it was last year that it came out. There was Anna Faris was the lead in the movie, and she was the guy now was the one that fell off the boat and lost his memory, and she pretended that he was that they were married. Yeah,
really?
Yeah. Who who wants to see a remake of Overboard? And B, why? You're kind of shooting yourself in the foot, and I feel like it diminishes whatever progress is being made by putting females in the lead, because I don't want to see it.
That's who was clamoring for that movie?
Who knows? I don't know. But those are my least favorite fads of 2018. And as far as my favorite one, and this was tough, I just sent you a link that I want you to open up. Because
okay, I'm opening it up right now.
My favorite fad of 2018 is, and I'll post this picture online. Somebody took the royal couple Harry, and I don't know what his wife's name is. I don't keep up with that stuff.
Is it Meghan?
Meghan, yes, it was Harry and Meghan, and put their faces on one-piece bathing suits for women, and they're fucking hilarious. So I know it's not great for radio or for podcasting, but you're gonna have to go to the website to check these out. Because
oh my god, wow!
The funny part is Harry's chin in the lady's crotch.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's that's my favorite fad of 2018.
I've got my least favorite fad for 2018.
Okay.
Fidget spinners.
Really?
Yeah,
didn't you have
they
one?
Don't well, and may have bought me one. Have you ever seen me using it? No.
No, I have. You brought it over one time to record a podcast, and I told you to stop fucking using it.
Yeah, they don't work at all. They're just toys.
Yeah, I told you to stop using it. They were too goddamn loud.
Right, and they're just toys. They don't help at all.
Okay.
And if you say they do, it's just placebo effect.
Okay.
Twirl a goddamn pencil in your hand like a fucking man.
Chew on a pen. Whatever.
Chew on a pen till the ink explodes in your mouth and you learn your fucking lesson.
Right.
All right?
Yes. Okay.
Fidget spinners. Fuck. Get those things out of here. We're wasting money on ball bearings for goddamn toys for kids. What a waste.
Do you have any other favorites? Or least
favorite fad 2018?
Yes.
Fortnite.
Oh, all right.
Because, like we said earlier, we have a fucking chat for it. Because Fortnite, I don't care. Listen, that game fucking rules. It's fun as shit.
I don't agree with you on that one.
Yeah, but you're in the minority.
Yes, I am. I freely admit that, and I understand that. I do like the game. I just don't like it nearly as much as everybody else does, and I don't know why that is, but it doesn't. Yeah, I don't know. It's not fun for me.
Not fun for you, huh?
I guess not. No, but yeah. What are you gonna do, right?
I'm going to keep playing it. That's what I'm going to do.
That's true. It is like I said. It's a great game. It's a good game. It doesn't hold my attention.
You say great. Can't take it back now.
All right. Well, it's you know what? Honest, I will say it is a great game for one reason and one reason only. It's free.
It is. Hey, and I've not paid a cent to play that game, and everyone yells at me about being a filthy casual. But you know what? I'm sucking the life out of that thing and not paying a goddamn dime.
I do not blame you one bit. This is where you and I find common ground. We do not pay money for shit like that. People will give it to us for free.
Unlike Uncle Hare, who spent $5,000 on Fortnite skins.
I would love to know how much he's actually spent right now. Because I know you see $5,000, and I don't think it's that high, but what the number is will still shock me.
Well, okay, you want to put an over-under, and we'll have Uncle Hare call in and give the real number?
Sure.
What do you think it is?
I think he's spent over $400.
Okay. I'll take the under on that because I think you're close.
Okay.
All right, Uncle Harry, you got to call in and give us the real number, how much money you spent on Fortnite skins. And don't fucking lie.
Yes.
I'll fucking find out.
Your wife's not going to listen, so don't worry about it.
Oh, she doesn't care. Whatever.
That's true. All right.
She knows what she's getting into.
All right. So what else you want to get into? Because we only have a couple more minutes, and we have a lot of categories here.
Let's do one more, Travis. You pick. What's the last one you want to do?
I want to do the music. I want to do the music one.
All right, go for it.
Because I love talking about music. Both Bobo and I love music. Now, it may not be the style of music that all of our listeners listen to, because we
should be, though.
It should be, because we kind of flirt on the like independent music. I like emo. Bobo likes pop punk. So anyways,
I like emo. I think you
That's
you
true.
like indie, I would say. But.
Yeah, I'm into emo, whatever. But anyways, so as far as I broke this down into two categories. I have the best live band I've seen lately, and that is a band named Roswell Kid. And they kind of play they kind of play like 90s Weezer / Motion City Soundtrack, if you know who they are. They're kind of in that vein. But I'll tell you what, and their album's good, but their live performance is great. They put on a hell of a show. They're very you can tell that they know what they're doing, and they've actually practiced instead of just getting up on a stage and said, what the fuck, we'll just show up and play a show. Like, they have a really put together, live show. Like, it's not flashy or anything like that, but I would definitely check them out because they're on every tour right now that I've heard about them a lot and just haven't had a chance to see them until recently, and I was very, very impressed with them. As far as albums go, I get behind the times. I'm still one of those guys that buys albums, so I kind of get behind when it comes to new stuff, especially 2018 stuff. But I'll tell you what, there are two bands right now that I'm uber excited about, and that I do want. I haven't purchased any of their albums yet, but I will be as soon as I possibly can. It's a band called Kayak Jones and a band called Mom Jeans. And Bobo and I are going to something at the end of this month, and we are going. I'm going to see Mom Jeans at that festival we're going to. So I can't wait to see them live.
I don't think I'm going to see them. I mean, we can tell people we're going to Fest. I don't really care.
Sure. Yeah, we're going to be at Fest this year.
It's called Fest. We're going to a festival. It's called Fest. It's in fucking Florida, in Gainesville, and it's all a bunch of punk rock and indie bands, and it's going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, and I don't think you are going to be seeing them, Bobo. I think that's during Lagwagon. But
yeah, I'm going to be seeing Lagwagon there.
Right, I understand. But anyways.
That's okay.
I digress. What are your bands?
All right, so as Travis may have pointed out, I listen to fucking kids' music. Whatever. Deal with it.
All right.
I make no apologies, okay? I listen to a lot of other stuff, too, that I don't want to talk about because it's not as fun as the topic that I'm very passionate about, which is pop punk.
Yes.
But, so a band released an album this year. Band name is We Were Sharks.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Their new album it's not being talked about, like, with all these other pop punk bands that are as popular, like Knuckle Puck and Real Friends and stuff, but it's a better album than all of them. Like, their new album, Lost Touch, is fucking great.
All right.
And everyone needs to go check it out. It's a fucking banger, dude. It fucking rips real hard.
I've heard of them. I haven't listened to it, but I will. I'll check it out now on your recommendation.
And the other one I'm sure you have listened to, you just forgotten about, so I say it now, is the band Tiny Moving Parts.
Yep.
Their new album's swell. Like, their guitar player is going to be on the cover of Guitar World at some point in the next 5 years. So you should catch on now before he becomes like big time.
It is. I have not. I know. I've listened to the album. It has not caught me like their last one. But I'm sure it just needs a couple more listens. but it is great. He is he's a fantastic guitarist, and I really like his songwriting.
I think he's also as good a singer as a guitar player. He enunciates so well. He reminds me of Max Bemis from Say Anything.
Sure.
Not his sound or his tone, just how well he enunciates his words.
Okay, sure. I don't have a problem with it. I feel some people, might not like some of his style of that, but no, I thought about that album. I just wasn't ready to make that recommendation. I take this shit seriously. So.
Oh, I fucking love it. So
no, it's great. So
go check that band out. They're not even really that much pop punk. They're kind of like just rock. It's all over. It's a whole different sound.
It is. Yes. I'm very, very disappointed they are not going to be at Fest this year.
Yeah, but I've seen them a few times, and I'm sure I'll be catching them more throughout the years, so it's okay.
Yep. So.
All right. Want to move on to End Times then?
Yeah, sure. Let's move on to End Times.
All right.
So, what we have today for End Times is a story, and I don't have the article opened up anymore, Bobo. So if you want to go ahead and introduce this,
here we go. The headline. This is from the Manchester Evening News. So this is in the UK. Clapping to be replaced by jazz hands at Manchester Student Union events. So. I'll read you the first line of the article. Students at University of Manchester will use jazz hands to express their support rather than clapping, in line with British Sign Language to make events more accessible to those with disabilities.
Yep. Okay. I feel bad laughing about that, but this sounds ridiculous to me.
Yes.
Like okay, I'll be honest with you. So when I first read this article, and I read it about an hour ago, but when I first read this article, I was thinking, how patronizing is that they have to switch from clapping to jazz hands for, and what I immediately thought of was a disability of hearing, of being deaf. Like, you can tell people are clapping, you know what's going on, but now all of a sudden they're switching up and doing jazz hands. Like
now. Let's keep in mind, if you are blind, now you're taking away from them. Now they won't be able to hear the crowd.
It'll be nothing. Point. That is a great. Oh no, because they can clap in a low volume. This is all about people with sensory issues, which it may be that may be a bigger number of people in the crowd than, say, someone who's deaf or blind. I think this is ridiculous. Like,
you can't take away how people have cheered or supported things since like the dawn of doing that sort of thing, like in the Roman Colosseums. Right.
Like, I think it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of ridiculous to ask people to do that. Like, I'm all about being respectful. I don't, I'm not your typical asshole. But I sometimes I like to, respect people and respect people's boundaries and what they are comfortable with. But if I'm a person that has sensory issues and I'm going to an event where there may be clapping, I think I'm pretty good at scoping out what's going to happen, and I just won't go.
Right, exactly. If you have issue, and also, I don't think these people are going to show up to these events. Like, how would you know that? They're not going to promote all these events by saying, oh, and by the way, we don't clap here.
Right.
So they're not going to show up anyways.
Right. Yeah.
So you're doing this for nothing. Because they're not going to all of a sudden start coming out and be like, I wonder if they're going to clap this time. Oh my God, jazz hands. What a great surprise. I'll come back.
Can't we all feel good about ourselves now that we're jazz handsing? Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, this is where we've gone too far, I think.
And what are they going to do? They're going to start disciplining kids if they don't use jazz hands? Is that where we're at next?
How do you discipline them? You can't yell at them.
Oh my God! You.
What are you going to whisper to them? That's just going to creep them out.
Yeah, exactly. So what are you going to do? Kick them out if they accidentally clap? Like, fucking, you kidding me?
2 days in silent detention. Good
luck, Manchester University. Good fucking luck with this. Let me know how this works out for you.
Yeah.
What a bunch of Fucking idiots.
It is. I can't. Yeah, I agree with you on this one.
Can I tell you my story? My friend Big Red in Big Red's movie House of Pain.
Okay.
He might call in to talk about this, but he told me this about academia. So he is in the academic world.
Okay.
Professionally. Did you know, Travis, that after you get your doctorate and you become a doctor, like let's say its degree is in like history. Whatever. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
If you become a professor at a college, like their first job after you have your doctorate, by the way, you've spent 12 years, wrote a dissertation, how many other countless articles, stories, student teaching, whatever, your job title is an assistant professor.
Okay.
When you have your doctorate, Travis, your job title is assistant professor. Now, keep in mind, you're not the assistant to anybody. There is no real professor because you're the professor. That's just your title.
Oh.
Until they give you tenure. After you get tenure, your job title becomes associate professor.
When do you become a professor?
Then, after you already have tenure, you have to apply to get the job title of just professor.
Really?
Yes.
Seems like a lot of work.
Do you tell me that's not the most demeaning thing you've ever heard in your life?
Well, it's not the most demeaning thing I've ever heard in my life, but
I mean, they spent 12 years getting these degrees, like these advanced degrees, to be called an assistant to nobody.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucked, I thought. You just can't call him professor?
Sure. I see what you're saying, but I think in this instance, it's not like this is one place where title, well, I shouldn't say one place, but this is where title doesn't matter. Like, you know.
Oh, I bet you he's going to call in and tell you that it does matter, though.
That's fine if it matters to him. If I go sit down in a college class, I'm never going to know whether he's an assistant professor or an associate professor. He's a professor to me. Like, if I go...
I see what you're saying from the student's point of view, too. I just find it, like, why can't the colleges call them professors? I find that so demeaning to them. Like, they spent so long getting this, like, advanced degree that, like, I don't know. That seems, like, insulting to me.
I mean, I get it, but, like if I go to McDonald's, you're just a McDonald's employee. You may be a shift manager, you may be a night manager, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, but they don't spend 12 years of training to become a McDonald's employee.
Have you ever sat a day in McDonald's class? Because
have you ever been to Hamburger University?
It feels like 12 years, probably. I don't know.
No, that's a real thing. There is called Hamburger University.
Oh, I know. I'm aware. But anyways, I see what your point is. I just like I said in this instance, nobody ever. I would hope that nobody would ever make that distinction. Like a student gets pissed off. Well, you're just an associate professor.
Oh my god, dude! I wish I had known this when I was a kid, because I would have fucked with professors so hard. What do you know? You're just an associate professor.
Yeah, go find me a real professor, and that I can talk to.
Go fuck yourself, Dr. Assistant.
Go find me an adult that I can talk to, a real professor.
Post haste.
Yeah. Well. All right.
Oh, wow. The number is 747 banging.
747-226-4464.
We've asked a lot of people to call in this week. If you're not one of those people, though, call in with your recommendation for 2018. Something we missed on our list of things that people need to know about. Go ahead and call in or text us, email us, PW the Podcast, PW Podcast on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and just let us know what we need to be telling everyone about.
I want to do, okay, for the poll this week.
Uh-huh.
Because we can put up pictures on the poll now. We're all fancy and shit.
Oh, shit.
I want to do which of the royal couple swimsuit do you like better?
Okay.
So you can vote on the Harry or the Meghan. And
you can vote at pewthepodcast.com. Just go ahead and click on the episode. Click want more. Go find the poll and go vote for us.
Yep.
Very excited about it. That's a great poll. That's a good idea.
All right. Well, that sounds good to me.
That's about it. Prestige Worldwide, the podcast. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Play, SoundCloud, Stitcher. Anywhere good podcasts are hosted, we're probably there. Just go look for us. Tell your friends. Tell your loved ones. Thank you for making Greatest Hits Month such a success for us, and we're going to keep spreading the love into fall.
Yes, we are, and we hope you liked it. And If you do, we'd like to hear about it. If you don't, we'd also like to hear about it. We more care about if you do like it, but whatever.
That's true.
So, all right. Anything else, Bobo?
Nope. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll catch you next Thursday.
See you next Thursday.